They said no one could defy Rome and live. But Spartacus dared to, and nearly broke its spine. Born a Thracian, Spartacus wasn't destined for greatness, at least not by Roman standards. Once a soldier, he was captured, enslaved, and forced into the brutal life of a gladiator in Capua, a blood-soaked arena where death was a daily spectacle and freedom a forgotten word. Rome believed it could tame him with chains and pit fights, but they didn't know they had forged a weapon instead. In 73 BCE, under the weight of cruelty and injustice, Spartacus snapped the yoke of slavery. Alongside 70 gladiators, armed only with kitchen tools and stolen weapons, he escaped the gladiator school and fled to Mount Vesuvius. What began as a desperate flight quickly turned into a full-blown revolution. Slaves across the region, hungry for hope, swarmed to his side. Soon, Spartacus commanded an army of over 70,000 freed men and women. Rome mocked them at first. After all, they were just slaves, untrained and unworthy. But Spartacus outmaneuvered every general sent to crush him. He didn't just fight. He humbled Rome's legions with clever ambushes, tactical brilliance, and raw passion. He didn't fight for conquest, but for freedom. He didn't want to replace Rome. He wanted to escape it. His dream was to march his people over the Alps, out of Italy, to start anew. But fate and the stubborn cries for vengeance from within his growing army kept dragging him back. For 2 long years, he ravaged the Roman countryside, defeating army after army. Rome grew desperate. They gave the command to Marcus Licinius Crassus, the wealthiest man in the Republic and hungry for glory. Crassus brought not just military force, but cruelty. He crucified thousands of captured rebels to scare Spartacus into submission. But fear was a weapon Spartacus had long since cast aside. In 71 BCE, the final battle came. Surrounded and outnumbered, Spartacus made one last charge, not to escape, but to strike at Crassus himself. He knew he wouldn't live to see freedom, but he would not die a slave. He cut down Roman after Roman, reportedly fighting his way to the very foot of Crassus's command. But he fell in the blood and mud of that battlefield. His body was never found, but his spirit was never lost. Rome crucified over 6,000 of his followers along the Appian Way as a gruesome warning. Yet Spartacus became more than a rebel. He became a symbol, a slave who defied an empire, a warrior who proved that even the most oppressed could rise. His rebellion shook the very foundations of Rome, exposing its fears, flaws, and fragility. He made the mighty republic tremble, not with political ambition, but with the sheer power of a dream, to live and die free. Spartacus's story is not just about rebellion. It's about the unbreakable human desire for liberty. He didn't win the war, but he ignited a fire that empires could not extinguish. His name still burns across centuries, a reminder that courage can grow even in chains. Never underestimate the voice of the oppressed, and never forget that freedom is worth fighting for, even when the odds seem impossible. Like Spartacus, dare to rise, dare to dream, and dare to shake the foundations of your own limits. Subscribe for more epic, untold stories that change the world, because history isn't just about the victors. It's about those who dare to resist.